Hello, hello, hello. It's LaShawn from Let's Get Social, and I'm here to share some very, very exciting news with you. So just hold on a minute. Let's stop the presses, sit down for a minute, and let me give you this quick cast. A few minutes to tell you about some great news and my experience. So I opened up my email the other day and got some wonderful, amazing news that I have been selected to be featured in the February 2024 issue of Sewn Magazine. Yes, you heard it right. Your girl, who's only been sewing for a little bit over a year, has the opportunity to be featured. Me, in one of my own handmade sewn garments, will be featured in the February 2024 issue of Sewn Magazine. I was so excited to get that news. But let me just back up a little bit. I just have so much to share with you about everything that went into me selecting the patterns that I would sew, to selecting the fabrics that I would use, to just preparing overall for this potential experience, as well as the anxiety of submitting my photos and not knowing whether or not I would even be selected. Would my photos, would my, garment, would the fabric that I chose, would it rise to the level of something that was worthy of being in a magazine? So I definitely had some anxiety about all of that. And I definitely look forward to sharing more with you as we get closer to the release of that issue. But for now, I want to talk about one of the things that I did, which is I hired a professional photographer to take these pictures. And I have to be honest, I've never worked with a professional photographer before. So it was definitely a great experience for me. And I was glad to have had this experience in preparing for submitting the photos for the magazine feature. So I found this photographer because he's a very good friend of my significant other. And he said, this person, would be great to take your photos. He's a wedding photographer, but he also has a little bit of edge to him. He, kind of thinks outside the box. But he also can do something that's really classy, simple. And so I think he's going to have the range that you might need to give you, a wide variety of photos that you'll have to select from. So I was really, really excited about it. And so after I, sewed my garments and just, for the record, I actually sewed 2 garments because I wasn't sure what I wanted to go with. And so I sewed 2 garments. And so after I finished that process, we set a date and we met. And again, we did decide to go with a little bit of both, a little bit of edginess, a little bit of classic photos. So we would have a wide range of things to choose from. And so here we are doing things like climbing up the escape ladder on the side of a building and trying to access the rooftop, or walking up a outside parking lot to the top, or being catapulted on the top of the side of a building, to being in the middle of the street while traffic is coming. These are all things that I ordinarily would not be engaging in or doing for a photo, but these are things that we did. And let me tell you, it just was beyond, my expectations in terms of the types of photos that we got. But a couple of things that, we had to do. As I mentioned, I had 2 outfits, 2 garments that I wanted to put on because I wanted to have this variety of selection. And I had to figure out, how am I going to change? We're in the middle of Baltimore City, and I'm trying to figure out how am I going to go from one garment to the other. What makes things worse is that in the middle of our photo shoot, it started to pour down raining. I mean, it just poured down raining. And so, of course, the first thing that comes to my mind is, this photo shoot is ruined. My hair is a mess. And, dang, I'm not going to have anything. And what makes things even worse, this was the last day that I could shoot these photos because I had to submit them by a specific time, a date, and I was leaving out of the country for 17 days. So literally this was it. And it was like, we have what we have. But, the photographer was like, nope, let's keep shooting. We'll see what we get. So with that, we definitely, kept shooting, and he told me kind of what to do and how to pose. And it all ended up working out, because I'm going to tell you, when I saw the final of these photos, I was blown away. And who would ever think that pouring down rain would make photos look even better than they would have looked absent the rain? I mean, it definitely took our photos to the next level, and it blew my mind, because that was not what I was expecting. I was thinking, oh, we'll probably have one or two or maybe three, photos that I really like. I had to submit like 10 photos or so. So I was like, I'm going to submit some others, but it just really kind of, when it started raining, I was thinking this is going to be a wash, but it was nothing. It was nothing but successful, nothing but amazing. And I really cannot wait for you all to see these amazing photos. I can't wait for you to see the garments that I selected, the fabric that I selected, and I can't wait to share more about the process, including releasing some of the photos. Remember, I made two garments. I took two sets of photos, and I cannot wait to release the other set of photos, because I think that you will truly be excited when you see the other photos of the other garment that I made. So stay tuned for more on the process, and definitely stay tuned. I hope that you all have an opportunity to get your copy of Sewn Magazine, so that you can see myself and probably some of your other favorite sewists that have also been selected to be in the February 2024 issue. And until next time, thanks for listening. Bye.